Wait, don't turn the channel. You've tuned into High Gravity.
The show where we talk about beer, brewing, and bullshit.
Where the only thing we take seriously is the next round.
So grab a glass.
Fill it with something cold.
And enjoy the show.
But
Schwarz
it's still
beer.
roasted.
I love giving like Bud Light drinkers a Schwarz beer.
Yes, a good Schwarz. Oh,
They're
man.
just like, wait, this is like just a lager with a little flavor to it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had one that surprised me I'd never heard of before was a Gradziki. I think
Yeah.
you pronounce it, like the smoked wheat ale.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was only like it's like 3%. And Dan introduced me to it. He's like, yeah, it's like basically all wheat. They're like 3%. You know.
Urban
and
Rest usually has one, and they're always great.
Yeah, it's a wonderful beer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to welcome everybody back. And Mr. Bill, thank you for joining us again. I don't know if it was either last week or the week before we ran the list down of what we're going to do this week. And I'm excited. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if does anybody even remember what we talked about. Like I said, this could have
I
been
think we
2
talked
weeks
about
ago.
beer.
It was beer. It was
and
beer
mead.
and meat. Beer and meat.
cider.
A little bit of both.
yeah,
a little bit of all.
It is cider season.
It is cider season. So I'll run through them one more time.
We could do that or just go with it.
I'll just
I'll
go,
tell you
let's
what,
just go with it.
I like going with it because
Let's
we're
start
gonna,
dry. We're going to start
Yeah.
with the cider since you said it was cider season.
Aha.
So this one, oh yeah, this one is a Westview Orchard cider. I made it a couple years ago, but it was made with the Jehovah.
Witnesses? But you grind them up or something first?
No, it's a yeast, but it's Lithuanian Farmhouse ale yeast.
Huh.
And so
It's very, very clear. It's got just that light golden yellow color.
it's got a little bit of that like farmhouse background, but like that, but it gives you a really nice crisp apple character.
It smells like you get that like bready, yeasty smell coming off of it with like that hint of apples right in the end there, that kind of like dry, appley smell. You know, actually, I'm going to rinse off my palate here. I sipped my energy drink a little bit ago. My palate's still a little sweet.
Little orangey.
Tastes like taurine.
Taurine, yeah.
Yeah, delicious taurine. Whenever I hear that, I think of Tauren, Tauren warrior from fucking World of Warcraft. Like, just want to do the war stomp real quick. Dudunka.
I got nothing on that, sorry. Never played it.
I knew Darrell played World of Warcraft. I know he'd get the reference.
Never.
That's very, very light.
Horde.
For the horde.
So yeah, this one's no frills cider. It's very like French, Normandy like.
It's not overly sweet. I like
No, it's nice and dry.
Yeah.
It's very dry.
Yeah, I like dry cider. Yep, I like dry cider. It's like when you can get a dry cider that still has that apple taste.
Yeah.
Because I've done like the quick and dirty ciders where it's like you ferment apple juice and it comes out like just hella dry, but you lose so much apple character to it.
My very first cider I ever made, I had no idea what I was doing, and I used champagne yeast, and
Dry.
and it came out white, like it looks like water.
Yep, that was the first one I
It
made.
tastes like water and alcohol.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
What I did with mine is through a can of that frozen cider concentrate you get in the freezer section, just one, and it gave it just that touch of sweetness and apple flavor that made it passable. But it was, like I said, quick and dirty. You know,
Yeah, I bottled it because again, I bottled it in like 750 corked like wine bottles.
Nice.
So you never want to drink that much of that ever because it was not great. And it was like I said, you poured it and it looked like water. It was
Nice.
that clear, maybe the
Jeez.
like one shade less than clear.
So apple water.
Yeah, and it was just
Oh, my God. You made
11% booze.
It was homemade White Claw.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say that's a good candidate for distillation.
Yes. Long before I distilled. But yeah, that was
Yeah, I don't like this. I bet I could turn it into something I do like.
There's more. It was
like
that was very good.
18 years
Silver
ago. I made that. Wow.
I know it's mind-boggling. I was talking about when I started brewing, and I was like, when was that? I was like, well, trying to think. The first brew I did with a friend I met at my last job. So I'm like, so it's been roughly 15 years. since my first batch. And
2011 for me, I think it was.
I remember that was
2008.
it was from Adventures in Homebrewing, their American Brown Ale kit, and
Nice.
it came out perfect. Like it was so like rich and like butterscotchy and like all the sweet notes I want in a brown, and that I don't often get. And we were so enamored with it. We had like 40 bottles of it, and we drank them all in a couple of days. And I remember I saved one in the back of my fridge for a friend of mine. I was like, well, when I see you, I'll give it to you. And I just kept seeing it. And after like 3 weeks, I'm like, well, I haven't seen them. I guess I got to drink this.
I have one of the pale ales that I made quite a while ago. I again, saved it. I had a friend brought another friend to a beer tasting event that I did at the house. And on the way to the beer tasting, she told her that she's pregnant. So she ate the food. The food was good. Everybody loved it, but she couldn't do any of the beer.
Oh, bummer.
So she asked me to save her one of the pale ales because that was her favorite style. I still have it. She never came back to get it.
Yeah, she could have had a little sip. It would have been fine.
I'm not going to suggest anything.
I
Yeah.
don't want to sound negative here, and it's good. I love this cider, but it seems like with Westview, every time I've ever used their cider, it has like a very mild apple taste to it. Every time I've ever fermented it, but like when I use Pankowick cider and I ferment it, it has a very strong apple taste to it, and I don't know what the difference would be.
It
if
all
it's
depends on
apples
the apples.
Yeah, it's a variety of apples.
But it-
Yeah.
And
seems
also at what ripeness they're picking their apples.
could have been.
Yeah, they get more sugars as they get older.
So-
and-
But every time I
The
use
Westview-
Westview, it's always like a lighter apple.
The
taste.
Westview, their heritage blend, which is the one that we get from the Kuhn and Buy, is like 20% crabapple. And then they use Gala and Kingston Black.
And Gala, I feel like they're really kind of a subtle apple all on their own. Like they're not like super appley. They're not like a Macintosh, that's like, oh, that's a fucking apple.
And so those Gala's a new world apple, but Kingston Black's an old world apple, and the crab apples tend to add that tannin character and things like that. So they're more cider apples than drinking apples, and most Michigan apple orchards mostly just grow eating apples.
Yeah, they're a lot sweeter.
And so when they make the cider, they tend to be more sweeter and more less tannic. So I think one of the big differences there is probably that those are a lot more eating apples, and they tend to be what you think of when you bite into an apple, and
has
less
that
like
sweeter taste to the cider. Then.
correct.
That makes sense.
And less like the traditional English, French cider apples that you're not going to want to eat a Kingston Black.
Mm-hmm.
Kingston Black is tannic and bitter almost.
It's crazy. Like most
I'd
apples,
wanna
like
try
wild,
that.
like an actual wild apple, they're not sweet generally.
Yeah.
They're definitely, like you said, more like tart and harder flesh. But most apples, like when you find antique apple orchards and stuff, like there was one by my house, like it had been overgrown, and it was that's when they were growing apples for cider. Like we talked about it through Prohibition. Like Prohibition had its downfalls, them dumping out the barrels and destroying distilleries and shit like that.
So
but
sad.
what people don't talk about is the thousands of acres of orchards that they, fucking burn to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone, like, we were a cider drinking nation, like back in our founding times, everyone drank ciders because growing apples, everyone could grow apples and everyone could make cider, and it was easy. It's not like, growing for like beer, like grains and stuff. You need land and you need the time to harvest them and, even like, roast them, dry them and all that sort of shit. But cider, it's just like, well, I got 10 acres of apple trees. I can make a bunch of fucking cider.
We said it was unfortunately one of the last days leaving my grandpa's farm. I always knew there used to be an orchard there, but I never knew where. Because there were so many parts of the property so overgrown, I never explored as a kid. And it was one of the last days there. It's like, I'm going through every section of the property I've never been to. If I got to cut stuff down to get there, I want to see everything before it's gone. And I went through this one spot, and it was just barely off the path, and I felt kind of dumb because I had never gone there, but I found it. and it was so like there were old beehives that somebody had put there that had just broken down and rotted apart, fell apart over the years, but all the pieces were still there. And it was fall, so everything was already on the ground, and it smelled so good.
I love that smell.
Yes, and
all the yellow jackets.
Oh, dude. And I've
drunk
wanted
fuckers.
I'd love to get some seeds and plant them. Not that it's going to do anything in my lifetime, but I wanted to keep that
but
going.
the thing about planting an apple seed is you can plant 1,000 seeds from an apple tree, and not a single one of them is going to taste or look like.
We
Yeah.
could call him Johnny Appleseed.
We could.
It's orange, damn it, wrong fruit.
Oh, that was a good
That
sound.
was. I give that one a 2.
I tried to pull it away from the microphone. So now we have, this one's from Boulevard. We've had Boulevard before in Kansas City, Missouri. So you guys are familiar with the brewery. This one's a Chardonnay Cask Saison, cask-aged ale.
And I got this from the brewery.
Nice.
So this one's 9.5% ABV, and there's no other descriptors on the bottle. So we will give you the descriptor. Oh. It actually smells like, when I smell the neck there, it smells sweeter than I actually
When I
thought it
had
was
this
going to.
at the brewery, I was very much impressed. This was of the flight that we had. And we did a flight of almost everything.
Oh, the glass does not smell sweet.
The only way to do it.
This was one of my tops that they had. It was just worked out so well.
I'm surprised at how often you can find Boulevard here in Michigan, considering it's from Missouri. I had some stuff that it was, oh God, what? It was
Smells
Brew Vivant did like a pairing with them, and I can't remember what it was. But it was really interesting. I mean, because Vivant could do no wrong. So
Except for change the name of their beer.
I know. Yep, they changed Big Red Cock to Big Red.
That's a damn shame.
No longer Big Red COQ.
It was such a good name. I don't know why.
It really was.
an
I mean, their
oddly
logo.
light-
Their logo is a big red rooster. I mean,
They offended somebody, apparently.
yeah.
All the more
You can
reason
offend
not to
everyone
do
with
it.
anything. So
Yep.
All the more reason. I'm offended that they changed it. How about that? Change it back.
Yeah. The smell is very light and very subtle.
It
on the
finishes
glass.
super, super light.
It's got a dryness and a sweetness on the back end at the same time. Like, it's not sweet.
No,
It's got that little wine kick to it.
this is what Saison should be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, this is that like, it's not like a lot of people want to make Saison sour. They don't need to be sour. But this is that like pepper and, you know, really dry, very crisp, but like light
It's like
phenols.
a fruity, light taste to it.
And then the Chardonnay barrels
Mm-hmm.
comes out as that fruitiness and light woody character.
that's I get a lot of the Chardonnay characteristic.
Yeah,
like
especially
it's
in the
very
aroma.
Well,
Chardonnay.
Saison doesn't have too much flavor to it anyways. So.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Like I've been finding more Chardonnays that I enjoy, but like I like dry whites. And most places you go, it's like, well, do you have a dry white? And it's like, hey, we've got a Chardonnay. And I'm like, you don't have like a Gewürz or like maybe a dry Riesling or like anything but a Chardonnay?
I know what half those words mean.
I've come to really like
Gewürztraminer.
Gewürztraminer, like a Weissdefiner. Yes.
Weissdefiner.
Yeah, whenever I show people the bottle, I'm like, oh, look, they got Weissdefiner. And they're like, why Steffener? I'm like, Weissdefiner.
I was always told if you don't know, just girls are finer.
Yeah. Hey, that actually, yeah, you know, you've got a point. Yeah, this leaves you with like a nice kind of like yeast characteristic on the palate. Like it's got that kind of like Chardonnay kind of yeasty flavor. That's enjoyable, but it is very light.
But it's lighter, got the dryness to it.
I think
And still a fruity sweetness.
if you gave me like a pint of this and just didn't tell me what it was, I'd really have no idea, but I'd be like, but this
not
is nice
bad.
to drink. Yeah,
Yes.
this is a good drink.
Incredibly crushable
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Especially for, what was it?
and very well made.
Was it 9%? Was that what I said? 9.5, yeah.
Wow.
So I feel
That
like,
does not feel like a 9.5.
yeah, you could get in a little bit of trouble just because I could drink a pint of that
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
actually be like, oh, that's a nice, refreshing pint.
Yeah.
So it's the lightest beer we've had in the last 3 weeks.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I think you might be right. Actually, what was the
Speaking of crushable
what was the
beers,
cider? What was the cider we just had? What was the ABV on that?
Like 5.
Oh,
So, yeah. I was wondering. I was like, it didn't taste like it was that boozy.
So
but then again, nor did the old ale didn't really taste boozy, and that was 14%.
We said a few weeks ago we were going to talk about it and didn't. The car show, Wheels in the Woods. So you guys came out again. We had a hell of a good time. I was disappointed nobody bought any wine after we went through all of that to have wine.
Well, the beer was so good. We went through a keg of Oktoberfest.
I believe it. I believe
man.
it. That
breaks my heart because would you have 4 kegs total?
I have 5 kegs.
5 kegs? Okay.
Ooh, I'm glad.
I got to have some yesterday.
We're through 3 of them already. We're only how many days in?
It's been a week.
Yeah.
That means I'm going to need to get a glass before I leave.
Oh, absolutely. It's amazing. We started crushing it there. And a buddy of mine bought 8 drink tickets at the event. And then after that goes to give some to his wife. She goes, no, I'm done drinking. It's okay. You can have them.
Oh.
So naturally, he starts feeding me beer. So he gives me one. And I'm very appreciative of it. Thank you again, Mr. Sir. I won't say your name because of the story I'm about to tell. So I start, I get almost all the way through. And I'm kind of... what would be the phrase, emceeing the event. So I'm doing all the announcements and everything. And I'm getting ready to start doing all the raffle drawings, a 50-50 drawing, and then I have 18 awards to go through and all the thank yous and, all of that. So I'm getting ready to do all this. And he goes, oh, hold on, I'll be right back. Brings me another beer. It's like, bro, I got to stop after this. I got to go up and do the announcements. He goes, all right, fine. So I get halfway through that, and I'm getting ready to step up, and he goes, here. No, I said I'm done drinking. I can't drink another one. So I'm like, well, fuck it. So I slam the one and I slam the other. And
That's
John,
the logical thing to do.
Oh, it gets better.
That's something Johnny would do.
Oh yeah,
Sounds very Johnny-esque.
John Barron was there playing music again. He plays here, Barron the Cretin. Absolutely incredible. Everybody absolutely loves him at these events. Naturally, he's hanging.
Not only is he a good singer, he's personable too. He talks and shows.
Yeah,
and
he's a great dude. Really absolutely awesome guy.
Yeah, I love John.
And he was over hanging out at the StarCraft tent. So I go to get him and, get him back up because we're using his system and he's got music playing. It's like, hey, we're getting ready to do announcements. He was very gracious in letting us use that system for the announcements and everything. So thank you again, Mr. Barron. But I'm standing there and my buddy's standing there next to the tap and he's got 1 ticket left. I'm like, bro, I just slammed 2 plus the one I finished a few minutes ago. And I got to go do all these announcements in front of like 70, 80 people.
So he's like, fuck you, I'm in.
Yeah. Well, John Barron goes, I'll do it if he does it. I'm like, fuck. So we, that was a few weeks ago, the video that we uploaded. It's on the Facebook. So again, if you're on another platform, check that video out on our Facebook. We did a chug race. I beat him. And I just mentioned, hey, scheduling, we weren't able to get an episode. I hope this suffices, but good time at the event. It was very funny. It was a good time. And I think you guys had a much better year this year than last year.
Oh, yeah, a lot busier. The weather was amazing.
The weather was incredible. It was our best event that we have had to date. I still don't know the final count on numbers, but we did well. Very exciting, very, very, very fun, very good time. Already looking forward to next year's. Hope we can have you guys as part of that again.
Every year.
Sweet. Anyways, I just had a shout out to all of that. And a quick shout out, just thank you to all the board members. Y'all helped out, did great, much appreciated. And everybody else, Midwest Jeep Junkies, thank you guys for helping out. I hope some of you listen to the show at least.
Oh, shout out to your mother.
And to my mom and dad. Yep.
All I'm thinking
Absolutely.
is, how much longer is he going to go? I need another drink.
Yeah,
I'm done.
That's empty.
I'm done.
Ooh.
That was a good pop.
Yeah, that was a good one. That cork was in there.
Ooh.
That was fun, though. Good event.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You going to read what we're doing?
Oh.
Well, I guess I'll read it now. I wanted to get that pour.
Oh, I got to try to do a better pour now.
Once again, kind of a cool, little holographic label with, the head of a giraffe and, kind of this, silhouette of, the African savanna with the trees. Triaxial, is that how I pronounce that? Triaxial Mead Smiths. This is the Miambo Winter Harvest.
Number 9?
A traditional mead with Tanzanian honey, 11% ABV. And there's a description to read.
In a previous
on the bottle.
In a previous episode, we did my Zambian.
Yes.
This is the same mead, but political borders have moved, so it's technically in Tanzania now. So it's now Tanzanian honey.
The flora and fauna didn't change.
The flora and fauna didn't change. So it's the same honey source as the one I did.
Nice.
But this is the winter harvest. Mine was a summer harvest.
Nice.
So, triaxial meadsmiths, a central Miombe woodlands are a remarkable, diverse biosphere in Central Africa. In Tanzania, honey is sustainably gathered from tropical forests with an incredible variety of flowering plants. In the winter months, our summer, the forest explodes with new flowers and bees and make an amazing wildflower honey from them. The honey and resulting mead is floral, tropical, and complex, with notes of citrus, melon, and spices. Miombe winter harvest pairs great with fresh fruits, summer salads, charcuterie, and artisanal soft cheeses. We hope you enjoy this unique mead. Well, we're out of bacon wrap dates.
I was just saying, I'm excited for what snacks you brought for this one. Oh, I'm going to try and do a longer, better pour.
Man, you really smell the honey characteristic on it. Like you can smell the honey in the glass. And the color is that deep, like golden brown.
Yeah. Like true amber.
Yeah. That's really nice.
So if you remember, the one that I brought was very much tobacco, leather notes, things like that. This one's going to be a little bit more citrus forward.
Oh my God.
You know, with good. Dried fruits, things like that.
Honey characteristic is strong. I think the heavier body really helps with that too, because when you eat honey, you're expecting it to be that kind of like that heavy, thick, and this has that like heavier body. God, I need another sip to appraise.
I'm speechless. Sorry.
Agreed.
So I get like dried apricots. I get like almost. I don't want. It's not quite leather like the other one. So it's like, but it's like
suede.
Yeah,
not leather.
Something like that, you know. But it's like,
yeah,
it's that like tanned character that you get like from that kind of stuff, right? But they, you know, that's still similar in that same facet.
Lighter and softer.
Even though it's light, though, it's the same style as that. You just eat honey, and that after like the honey that sits in your tongue afterwards,
yeah,
that's what this tastes like. You can taste that honey just sitting in your mouth still.
Yeah, it
has a heavy mouthfeel, but it's a light mead.
I taste the yeast. And I get all that honey, and it's got like a, I don't know, like a kind of like a toffiness to it. It just smells like honey.
Any technique I try, it gets better with every sip. That is incredible.
He didn't gargle yet.
He did.
I did.
He just didn't do it into the microphone to save our listeners. Get the fuck away, Johnny. God damn it.
Every time I hope he chokes.
Half the time.
Half the time. Do that with the habanero mead, Johnny. Gargle that.
There's a little left. You want some?
From 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
this one's really good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, imagine that gargling that would all that heat on your throat. Oh God.
Ooh, that hit that made that jaw tense up and it hurt.
It's actually really sweet too.
It is.
Really
it is.
Sweet.
Very. I wonder if they did. I mean, obviously they had to back sweeten this. Either that or they killed off their yeast.
I think they back sweeten. I mean, most
It's very clear
do.
too.
Yeah, that's how you really get that really good honey flavor. You know, if you just kill off your yeast partway through the ferment or something like that, like you still lose some honey characteristics. Like,
You know, I've always had a hard time trying to kill off the yeast and stop it.
yeah,
Yeah, stopping is hard. What you end up having to do with meads, if you want to not use sulfites and sorbates to back sweeten, you end up having to dose. You use a yeast that dies off at like 10 or 12%, and then you dose in and you keep going and let it ferment,
Finish off
while you're dosing more honey in, and then it eventually just kills off, and then you just keep that at the honey level that you want,
Yep.
and then it's stable because the yeast can't
Go anymore, yeah.
When I was researching for the peach mead I wanted to make, one of the videos I watched where they made peach mead, like they were using like a yeast that had like an 11 or 12% tolerance, and it, through primary and secondary, it kicked off again in secondary, and they're like, okay, well, we're ready to like move on and put it on the fruit and everything, and they're like, but it's still bubbling, like we still are getting fermentation. And they tested it, and they're like, well, it's 18%. So like either the yeast was lying, or there's something else going on here. But like we're done. We need to stop. 18% is high enough. It's way higher than we planned for. And then they put it on the fruit to like just kind of age with the fruit. Because
They love the high percentage.
Yeah, if you ferment with the fruit, like if you feel like you lose a lot of the fruit characteristics. So.
It's a much harder process, and homebrewing it's really hard to do. But the other option is pasteurization.
Yeah.
So you'll sweeten, do everything you need to, and do it very quickly before it starts fermenting again, and then package it either in cans or bottles or whatever you're going to do, and then basically put it in a pasteurization bath where you let it sit for 12 hours at 160 degrees. And then it's shelf stable, theoretically. Sometimes that
it doesn't always work.
Doesn't always work. But that's the other option, And the theory is once it's in the bottle and everything, you're not offing any of those, aromas or flavors by heating it, and you're only going to 160. You're not going to boiling and things like that, where you're going to start getting Maillard characters. So that's another option. I've never done it because, again, it's not a very efficient thing to do as a home brewer. But I know a lot of places that's how they
insanely good.
back things.
Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, there's a real science to mead.
I fucked up enough of them. Yes, I know there is.
We toured Schram's a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Amazing trip.
Yeah, I'm sad I missed that one.
Which means we could do it again.
And Schram's is the ones that do like that dosing until it dies. Mm-hmm. They don't sulfate or sorbate anything.
No, and that's
why
part
I
of the
like
reason
it
their
so
shit's
much.
so
Yeah.
good. Like if you've ever had like natural wines that are like sulfate free,
Yes.
like it's night and day different from
The majority
your
of what
typical
I've had over time is that. And there's a local place that unfortunately does a lot of it. And they made a mead. And I was so excited to try it. I swear I could smell it. But in that first sip, I was so disappointed because I picked up on it.
Oh, the salt. Yeah, you can. If you don't do it right, it just tastes like salt.
And the hangovers are terrible.
I've still never had that problem.
Oh, dude, when like if I'm drinking like a super dry white, like with zero sugar, I could have 2 bottles of wine and not be hungover. But like the natural sulfate free wines, like I mean, Jesus Christ, like,
Wine
you can
hangovers are the worst.
Oh yeah.
I will say this: I've never had like a wake up hungover thing before. I have had a headache from drinking wine, but it was still. We did the tasting. We ate a bunch of food. A couple of us kept drinking what was left of the wine, drank water off, and until I was safe to drive home, and then the headache kicked in. But it was very short lived. Other than that, though, but I knew that was from the wine. But I've never had like a woke up hungover kind of headache kind of thing.
But yeah, the Schram's tour was crazy.
Not yet, anyways.
Like,
yeah, that was amazing. That was so cool.
Did Ken actually do the tour or someone else?
No, but he is. I guess he's doing a little better, which is what we were told, because we
were there a couple
wanted to
weeks
do the
after,
tour because we
yeah.
know that he's getting on and he's wanting to sell it off because like he's he's older and I'm still tripping on the guy's name. I can't remember the guy's name.
I can't remember either, and I feel bad about that.
James Nager.
Is it big beard, big guy?
Red hair, wasn't he?
Kinda. Yeah, super
That's
nice
not
guy.
James.
I might have him in one of my pictures.
It was like Mark or something like that, or
Ja-
Mike or something. I can't
James is his son-in-law, and he does a bunch of it. That's why I wasn't sure if it was him or not.
Yeah, we had the nice tasting lined out, and like then we did the little tour of the production facility, and their bottling line is very impressive.
Yeah, so that's actually so Ken it got somehow got put into a chat group with a bunch of the European winemakers, the world class winemakers, and they were discussing what bottling lines.
That guy.
I don't know that guy.
Okay.
But they were discussing the what bottling lines or things, and so Ken basically just went, well, if it's good for these guys, it's good for me, and just spend a crazy ton amount of money.
Oh yeah, that thing is expensive.
And it can even go even bigger too. So it's
It's modular. Yeah, that was I think the coolest thing about it is that you could add and subtract and.
The thing that was crazy to me was they use literally Absol pure water in 5-gallon jugs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's not they've got a tote of water or they have a filtration system or they have no, they buy 5-gallon jugs.
Probably would be cheaper with a purification system or something.
Absolutely. But they literally just dump in these,
pre-measured, ready to rock and roll.
That's true. You know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that they have, racks and racks of these 5-gallon jugs of water.
What was the one that we didn't get to try that were $20 or $25 pours?
There were two of them.
Something Heart of Darkness.
Heart of Darkness is they're
it was $250 bottle.
Yeah, we did not do those two.
It was aged in different barrels and fruits and stuff. And Mel tried it, and she said it was just.
I smelled the glass.
It's wonderful.
It smelled incredible.
Yeah, so I've known Ken for years and years and years and years, and I've actually a couple times helped him pick fruit before he was a meadery, and so we've had a couple tries of that. But my favorite one was one of my good friends' mom had got cancer, and we were doing a charity event, the kind of thing, to get some money in to try to help for some of the bills. And I reached out to all of my brewing friends and things like that to try to get either homebrew or commercial or whatever. And at that time, this is before Ken opened, he was just a home brewer, and he answered the call without, because he's a wonderful human being. Mm-hmm. And he came, and we actually met up at Valentine Distilling's soft opening.
Nice.
And he brought this little satchel full of mead.
Awesome.
And he's handing it off to us. He's like, okay, well, here's one for the thing. And it was he called it Tina Louise. It's his ginger mead. Whoa. At the time, it was called Tina Louise.
Yeah, nice. Johnny and Darrell loved the ginger mead, and
ginger mead was really
really
good.
I liked the barrel aged better because it tasted less ginger.
You liked it because it's called Lord Jim.
You're gingerist. I get it.
I know. Yeah, I'm gingerist. That goddamn ginger.
Anyway, so then he pulls out a 750 milliliter bottle of Heart of Darkness.
Oh my God!
And again, right now a 375 is $250.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And there was only they made such a small run. There was 2 or 3 cases of it or something. It was crazy.
And so, to give everyone an idea what Heart of Darkness is, before I go on the story, it is 100% estate mead that is made with no water and just fruit.
Dude.
And the fruit is all from, at the time, he's a little bit more now, but at the time was Ken Schramm's front yard.
Ha.
And one of the main ingredients, which again Darrell's gonna hate, but is a cherry, and they're called Charbique cherries. And
I remember him talking about the cherries because they're not as common anymore.
And Ken calls them Schrambique because legally you can't have Charbique in anywhere outside
it's
of
a
Belgium.
European thing or whatever.
It literally is a cherry that is only legally grown in Belgium.
Ah.
And so if you've ever had a really good actual Belgian Kriek, that flavor is Charbique.
Dude.
Right? So
and Kriek isn't Kriek or something like that? Yeah. Yep.
So back to his thing, he pulls out this bottle, and the waitress walks by and bumps his elbow.
Oh no!
And it rolls up his hand and goes over the entire floor of.
Like my stomach just turned as soon as you said that. I just like there's tears in my eyes thinking about it. Jesus.
And Ken is like coming to tears.
It's like you just threw my newborn on the ground. Like, what is wrong with you?
And my wife is literally like jumps on the ground. Is like, can I get a straw?
You sure she's not related to Johnny?
And so
having met her, this is just a hilarious image.
So they, obviously the waitress comes over immediately, cleans it all up, does everything because it's a 750 milliliter bottle of wine over the entire middle of the floor. Luckily, he goes, okay, well, luckily I have a second one. And we're like, oh, that's amazing.
Still heartbroken.
Oh, yeah.
And then he also gave us a 375 milliliter just for us to drink, which was awesome.
Nice.
But that bottle, this is before anyone knew what mead was really, outside of
He literally wrote the book.
He literally wrote the book.
Yeah.
I so badly wanted to get him to sign mine.
We had it at the raffle, and every other prize. There's all kinds of really cool prizes there.
Yeah.
But that one actually ended up to be like $300.
Nice.
Worth it.
And it was like one of those things where you put in like a $5 ticket, right?
Yeah.
And it raised like $300. A friend of mine actually ended up getting it. And he ended up opening it with us, and it was phenomenal.
So how do you ferment a product like that? Like if it's just all fruit and honey, and would you go about sanitizing the fruit, or how did he go about sanitizing the fruit for that, or did he not?
Yeah, mostly he literally just takes the fruit and then macerates it with like a whip.
Yeah.
And then throws honey in it until after it gets to be like juice after it's macerated, and just pitches a bunch of yeast nutrient and yeast.
Yeah, because a natural unpasteurized honey is antibiotic.
Yeah.
So if you have enough honey in there, it should more or less sanitize itself until at a certain point you'd have to have enough honey to do it, because one of the byproducts of honey coming in contact with things is hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
To answer your question, it was the Heart of Darkness and the Statement Reserve.
Ooh, that was a good sound. Statement Reserve. That was the one I couldn't think of.
Those were the two that.
But I was just super happy to drink Red Agnes.
Oh yeah,
because we've had Black Agnes and barrel aged Black Agnes.
Yeah,
and it's been years since I've had the Red Agnes. Keith brought some Red Agnes and some Black Agnes to a bottle share probably 7-8 years ago, and man, I can smell this bottle from here.
We've got one more bottle here we're drinking. I have to say what it is, but we have literally like 7 minutes.
Yeah, 16 minutes.
I have prep to open still.
Well, that's your problem, not mine. You get that one.
Yeah, but we got to turn the machines back on.
Yeah, that just takes.
Oh my God!
minutes.
I thought the open bottle smelled good until I smelled the glass.
So this one is
Oh Jesus!
This is a maple syrup mead.
Yes, you're trying.
It smells like French toast. Like you were
this is
very
French
spot
toast.
on.
Oh my God.
So this is made with it's made with
Holy shit, dude!
maple syrup.
Oh my God!
It's also aged on oak, and it has what's called amaretti maple syrup. Amaretti, it's a French toast like flavoring to
This
it.
tastes like breakfast.
That's one of the best French toast. One of the best like French toast adjacent things I've ever drank.
Hands down the best.
Because a lot of times you get like, it's a French toast stout or a French toast this or that. Like they're they're too sweet. Yeah, like you can taste. It tastes like they used like maple flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a moment here. Don't mind me.
And you do get a little bit of that kind of wood characteristic too. That I don't want to say like spiciness from the wood, but that kind of like that almost like spice adjacent flavor that like it adds.
If you don't put oak on it, it just gets sweet and tastes like sweet.
Yeah.
The oak adds some tannin to it and gives it a little more depth and flavor.
Ooh, this is insane.
Gives you that almost a little bit bready character.
I mean, it smells like French toast, but I also again get that kind of Christmas feel in the aroma where it smells
What's
like
with you in Christmas lately?
it's the I have such strong memories. Like, so my mom was a seamstress, right? And I have such strong memories. And they say scent is one of the strongest, senses tied to memory. I have such strong memories of going to like the craft stores around Christmas and the way they smell.
Yes.
It's like you go to, Michael's around Christmas or, R.I.P. Joanne Fabrics or, these places, or you can go to fucking Bronner's and it smells like that all year round. But it's got that like, the warm spice aroma, but it's not quite like when you make a pie and you smell the warm spice. It's that very specific smell to me that smells like the craft store at Christmas time. But it's the base is in that kind of like that warm spice characteristic.
Between my mom and all the craft stuff she does and my classes in college, I was a very regular at Michael's for supplies for those classes.
Well, this smells to me. It's like 85% French toast, and then that like 15% of that kind of like warm spice characteristic. That a good French toast has a little bit of cinnamon on it or something. You
and there's cinnamon and nutmeg in this as well.
Well, there we go. So I guess I'm vindicated in my scent.
So this is actually Michigan Mead Coalition, which is I'm the president of.
Here, 4 more years.
4 more years.
Do I get to vote for you? You have my vote, by the way. You've got to be the only man outside of Ken Schramm that can make mead so fucking good. Like
Thank you about
that. You and Ken have to be you got to compete for king. And
I want to watch that.
I've had a lot of both of your meads, and I don't.
We make different meads, I'll tell you that.
I was going to say, yes, they're different. So it'd be hard to say like, oh, you're better or he's better. Like, I like the uniqueness of what you brought us. Like, you bring us very unique.
Just because I've known him longer.
I would, and I'm not. I'm also. I'm not going to say it.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it just because he's here. But like, I think I would rather drink Bill's mead at any given time because I know that every time we have it, it's going to be something just like, hey, I got this weird fucking wood you've never heard of, and this weird fucking fruit you've never heard of, and I put this weird fucking honey in it that you've never heard of, and it's like, yeah, I like all those things.
Exposure to world cultures, I love it.
It's like somehow you've just got such a great palate.
Oh yeah.
Like I think you're of anyone that I've met, I think your palate, you and my buddy Dan that I'm going to his house tonight, like the only two people I've ever met that like you can just like you taste it and you're like, oh, is this hop and it's this yeast and it's like, oh, well, did you use like this type of wood? And it's just that blows my mind because my palate is not that refined. So it impresses me.
Pretty good. I can drink it. Like, yep, that's good.
We got to work on getting Preacher on this show one of these days.
Good luck. You can get him out of his house.
I guess I know where we're doing the podcast.
Yeah, I say we can come to him.
I mean, we could if he'd be down for that.
Porch.
Yeah, what blows my mind about this is like when you said French toast mead, like I know if it's coming from you, it's going to be good.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not worried about that. But when I think mead,
heavy.
And I think French toast,
it's going to be over
beverage.
sweet.
Yeah,
it's just
going to be sweet.
Yeah, I had midnight snack last night, and that's
mind you, this is sweet.
It is, but it's the right sweet.
It is, and it blends so well with the flavor. There's nothing overpowering in any capacity. It's a perfect blend. It's amazing.
This, I don't want to say it's my favorite mead today because like I don't even think I could pick a fucking favorite. This is one of those days where everything has been so goddamn good.
Yes.
But the meads have been standout. I don't know that year the cherry with the what was it again?
Ambriana.
I think I'd have to go with that. That was hands down. That was like a week
so
or two
unique.
Ago. Yeah.
That was so unique and so good.
I don't like cherries, but I'll say that one was really good.
That was
just because the flavor profile.
It's weird. Every time Bill brings you something with cherries in it, you like it. It's almost like he knows.
No, I don't like the cherries, but the flavor overall of it.
It's like I like everything but the cherries.
But we talked about it when we were outside. Like we were trying to think like what other fruit could have like kind of carried in that.
I don't think another fruit would have complemented.
I said
that.
maybe apple, but it'd be a lot harder. But the cherry really carried that Ambriana wood, that flavor that was really wonderful.
God, was that good stuff.
That was last week, 2 weeks ago,
something like that.
or today.
7 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't hate this. Maybe this one might not be bad for the Ambriana wood either.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
So this one is one that I do every year, actually, because
please keep doing it.
Now I'm sad
at Michigan Homebrew Festival, Michigan Mead Coalition. holds a French toast competition.
Huh.
And
That's interesting.
So
is.
Friday morning, everyone from all the clubs make French toast and come and they put them down on a table and we have a competition.
And you just put down a bottle.
And we serve this.
Hold on. Do you need judging help with this?
Absolutely.
He sets it down and like, just add first right here.
I am very
So
qualified.
we serve this and we serve mead mosas for breakfast.
Oh my God.
Is that champagne mixed with mead?
No,
Or
it's
mead mixed with orange juice?
mead mixed with orange juice.
Okay.
Dude.
I was going to say, neither of those sound great, but the champagne or the mead mixed with orange juice sounds better.
Yeah, it's mead mixed with orange juice, and some people actually get this mixed with orange juice, and people love it.
That'd be weird to me.
But
try
I'm similar. I'm not loving it, but we usually just do like
I
a
blend
traditional.
shit. I'm down to try anything.
Well, a good dry mead
orange
with
juice.
orange juice would probably be really not much different than
We do
champagne.
like highly carbonated.
Yeah.
Medium dry mead, and then
And when is this event? And how does one volunteer their services or
I
become
literally tried many times to get you to come.
Damn it. Damn it. I know.
But
Well, when he
is
tries to get you
always
to
the
come,
third-
Johnny, you tell me and I'll drag your ass
It is
along.
All right.
literally the third
We need a
weekend
driver.
of but you can camp. So you can,
I like to camp.
there is literally it's at a campground. It's 3 days long.
So tent to pass out in. Gotcha.
Exactly. That way you don't have to drive anywhere.
I like this.
And there's I think last year there was like 15 or 16 different homebrew clubs, all with 20 plus beers on tap. And then there was also bottle shares and, there are groups that do cocktail hours.
I'm there all week. I'm not going.
Right?
I
And
might be able to
it
go
is
anywhere.
it is Burning Man for homebrewers.
Oh, man, that's much less chaotic, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
I know, Darrell. It's okay.
anyway, we so this mead just goes with that. But anyway, I think we're
Yeah.
We're being yelled at by the
At a
higher
time.
ups.
God, could we just do 6 more episodes where Bill just keeps bringing us
We
stuff?
sure could if we started at 6 in the morning.
All right.
Hey, can I just
All right, Bill,
camp
next
out?
weekend.
or as people come in, we just like, hey, a new guest.
We could do that. Just random mystery
No.
guests. and just
Hide the
start-
bottles and just start drinking your beers.
Listen, I don't want to share anything that Bill brings us with
I agree with
anyone
that.
because
I agree with
I
that.
want to drink it.
We're gonna need that back that we gave you, so cough it up.
Come on, JP, give us back the mead. Well, this has been fantastic,
Absolutely, insanely good as always.
Bill, you
super,
could-
super appreciate you coming on.
Yep,
Thank
Bill,
you
you
very
can
much.
you can replace Johnny. You're no, I'm
Who's
sorry.
going to record?
Listen, Darrell, we're smart. We'll figure it out. All right, fine. There can be 4 of us. Johnny gets to stay.
That's why I bought a fourth mic. Jesus.
Well, thank you so much, Bill. As
Yeah,
always,
appreciate it. This has been a hell of a
Thank you
good
for having
time.
me.
you just bring us shit
Hell
that's
of a
just
good couple
way out of
weeks.
the
Some
water. It's
amazing
crazy.
stuff. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Can't wait till you're back next time.
If you didn't learn anything today, at least remember this. Beer is the answer that makes everything better.
Can't remember the question, but who cares when you have a cold one in your hand?
Remember, everybody, drink responsibly, drink high gravity.
Most importantly, drink well.
Okay, not the well. Life's too short for bad beers.
Stay frosty, my friends.